welcome back to another episode of the WPT Lifestyle Show. Good morning. Here we are getting prepared for another episode here, and today our main topic of discussion, we're going to be previewing the 2021 Super Bowl 55 matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The game will be played in Tampa Bay, Florida on Sunday, February 7th. So we have a great matchup here to discuss, but once again, I appreciate y'all watching. One of our most previous episodes of us reviewing the AFC and NFC Championship games has close to 400 views. Thank you so much. If you're listening or watching on YouTube or Anchor FM, remember, make sure you follow the page or press subscribe. Make sure you like the video. It really helps our show grow. And if you're interested in sponsoring the WPT Lifestyle Show, email wptlifestyle@gmail.com. Mr. Wells, check out all the social links in the description box below. But let's get into the juicy details that everyone who is watching or listening here is going to really enjoy. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the Kansas City Chiefs versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First, let's do a little recap, just in case y'all forgot. Almost 2 weeks ago now, the previous two games, Tampa Bay defeated the Green Bay Packers in the last matchup, which came down to a very, very close game. Okay, and a lot of people did not like how the outcome of that game happened. A lot of people thought it was rigged, with the pass interference, or even, with the Green Bay's questionable call. But the game ended up being an outcome of 31-26. With Tom Brady passing for 280 yards, 3 picks though. Remember that he was picked 3 times, sacked once for a loss of 5. With the rushing game, they only hit 76 total rushing yards. Leonard Fournette, 12 carries, 55 yards for 4.6 average with a touchdown, that touchdown was great. Remember, we have Ronald Jones in that backfield as well. So with that matchup, we're going to definitely look up for the running game here, especially things going. But, they're familiar on their turf, how the field will go. So we should look out for that. Once again, Chris Godwin, okay? He's going to be a big-time matchup in the Super Bowl. Chris Godwin, previously against the Green Bay Packers, had 5 receptions for 110 yards. And then we also had Mike Evans, who had 3 big catches in the game, with 2 of them being in the first quarter on their first drive, which is great. And then we all know Scotty Miller had that insane catch to end the first half, and really, I don't know what happened there. Rob Gronkowski, we know the tight end screen that happened in the fourth quarter that really set up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for field goal range, and their defense was outstanding. Besides, they only had 1 interception, which was by Sean Murphy-Bunting, who's had an interception in every single postseason game thus far this postseason. Okay, so let's go into the recap of the Kansas City Chiefs' previous game against the Bills. They won 38-24. Mahomes, outstanding. 95.8 QBR with a rating of 127.6. 29 of 38 from passing, 325 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Darrell Williams, 13 carries for 52 yards with a touchdown. Mecole Hardman, the wide receiver on the jet sweep, had 1 carry for 50 yards. So really, it's been all Darrell Williams thus far in the postseason. Clyde's been banged up here and there. He had 6 carry for 7 yards previously with a touchdown. So it's looking like Darrell Williams is going to have to carry the workload here going into the Super Bowl 55. We know Tyreek Hill is a beast. 9 receptions, 172 yards. Travis Kelce, again, Patrick Mahomes' favorite target, 13 receptions, 118 yards, and other than that, that was about it on the offensive side for Kansas City. So we know Patrick Mahomes loves his Tyreek Hill. He loves his Travis Kelce. Okay. And previously they had an interception. The person who had the interception was Rashad Fenton. So things are looking good on the Kansas City side, except They had a big time scare though. This last Sunday, they had a barber come in to cut all the players' hairs, and turned out the barber tested positive for COVID-19. Okay, luckily no one on the Chiefs ended up getting or testing positive, but they had a scare. A few of the guys were getting their hair cut at the time, and which could have been pretty bad. And who knows what would have happened if the NFL, all the players had tested positive after that outcome. Who knows, right? So good thing for that. They are without their offensive tackle, Eric Fisher, which is going to be a big time loss going into this game, especially with the great upfront that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have. So going back, Kansas City and Tampa Bay did match up previously, the same location. Kansas City Chiefs did win this game. It was 27-24. Okay, Tampa Bay did have 14 fourth quarter points. Before that, it was 27-10. So is that something to look out for? We shall see. Mahomes in that previous matchup, 37-49, 462 passing yards, 3 TDs, no picks once again. Brady was 27 of 41, 345 passing yards, 3 TDs, 2 picks. So this is going to be huge. So, from the looks of it as well, we know the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have an excellent defensive line because Kansas City in that previous matchup only had 87 combined yards. Although Darrell Williams didn't get any touches that game, who was a previous leader last week in the AFC Championship. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was the leading rusher in that game with 37 yards. Same thing for Tampa Bay, right? They didn't have playoff Lenny at the time, right? They had Leonard Fournette, who only had 3 carries for 10 yards, whereas Ronald Jones had most of the workload with 66 total yards for 9 carries. And once again, we see in this previous matchup, Patrick Mahomes' favorite receivers. Tyreek Hill, 13 receptions, 269 yards, 3 TDs, 15 targets. Travis Kelce, 8 receptions at 82 yards. Sammy Watkins, DeMarcus Robinson, McCall Hardman, all under 40 yards each. And then you also had Gronk, who was a big-time matchup in this game. Gronk had over 100 yards previously. Okay, and everyone else was really held tight. And then let's see who the interceptions was from Tyrann Mathieu and Bashaud Breeland. Okay. The best thing about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is they're really healthy all around. Besides, they lost their offensive lineman in the first week of the postseason. They're looking great. They have the number 1 rank rushing defense. Okay, so which is pretty good for them, because either way though, you still got to worry about Patrick Mahomes. Well, Patrick Mahomes does still have that turf toe, right? Is he going to be able to run around the pocket as much? Who knows? He's going to have pressure like crazy going up against the great upfront defensive line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Vita Vea, insane. Jason Pierre-Paul, and Ndamukong Suh, Shaq Barrett, all those guys. Right? Whereas the Chiefs' run defense is ranked second to last in the whole entire league. Second to last. Now, this is good news, especially if you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. Well, you got playoff Lenny, who's been tearing up a storm. So if he's able to run on this not so great up front for the Kansas City Chiefs, which is great. Although I do believe we will see a somewhat of a shootout. Right? Tom Brady's going to want to control the game himself. He's going to want to control the outcome with his passing ability. Now, this matchup, which on paper, right, you have the second-ranked passing offense in the league, Kansas City Chiefs, versus the fifth-ranked passing defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On paper, like the statistics say, it's going to be a very tight game. But I don't think this Tampa Bay Buccaneers secondary is experienced enough, right? Kansas City Chiefs are appearing in their second straight Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes isn't nervous. He's not scared about this. This is a normal moment for him, right? He's going to go out and do his thing like normal. Whereas you still have those young guys in the secondary all around, really, for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But especially in the secondary, going up against Patrick Mahomes is going to be tough. Who's going to guard Travis Kelce? Are you going to put Devin White on him? You're going to line up a linebacker? But then that takes Devin White out of the picture. Your best defensive player, right? You still got to worry about Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Mecole Hardman, Darrell Williams, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right? So that's going to be a tough matchup, okay? And, and once again, the Kansas City Chiefs really got to look and try. If you're having a great time running the football, you should be all good to go, right? If you're able to run the ball against the number 1 ranked rushing defense in the NFL, you should be really great. And I really think the outcome is going to be whoever wins this the first possession, right? If you see Tom Brady struggle early, especially with the Kansas City Chiefs defense, Tyrann Mathieu, Bashaud Breeland, Chris Jones back there, right? Sorensen. It's going to be a very tough time. But Tom Brady also isn't afraid of the moment. Okay? So, yeah, you have Tom Brady, Gronk, who's both been to multiple Super Bowls, whereas the majority of everyone else on the roster before the season has never been to the postseason, right? Especially if you were drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Are they going to be nervous? The jitters, right? You're playing in front of your home fans in your home stadium. I believe it's going to be 25 to 30,000 fans in attendance. Crazy. But we all know Tom Brady, right? You can never count him out. Came back down from a deficit a few years back against the Atlanta Falcons. Came back and won the game after being down 28-3. So we can never count out Tom Brady. That's the main thing. Okay. But the best thing is, though, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, they're not the Atlanta Falcons. They will put points after points after points up on you, right? And which is pretty crazy to believe that the over-under right now going on Barstool Sportsbook is currently at 56, which is very surprising. Okay, I thought this would maybe be close to, mid 60s, maybe 70s. But, like I said, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a great run defense. If you're able to stop, here's the thing. Yeah, you might be able to stop Tyreek Hill, but you're not going to be able to stop Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. You might be able to stop Travis Kelce, but you're not able to stop Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. That's the problem. Now, if you can win the turnover margin here, you're in great shape. You're in beautiful shape because the more opportunities you put the ball in Tom Brady's hands, he's gonna drive that football down the field and score. Now, who has the better weapons? Obviously, Patrick Mahomes. Which version of Leonard Fournette are you gonna get? You can get regular season Fournette or postseason Fournette, right? Playoff Lenny is what they call him. That is the main objective here. If you're able, whoever wins the turnover margin will win this game. I can promise you that. And by the looks of it, Tom Brady's been turning the ball over multiple times every single postseason game. But he's also won. Okay, that's fair, right? That's something we can truly put our backs behind and say, all right, he's won, even though he's lost the turnover margin. That's great, but the other team also had multiple turnovers as well, or, they made boneheaded moves. They couldn't, drive the ball down the field is great. You're also playing against the number 1 team in the NFL. We all know the Chiefs are, right? Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback right now in the NFL. The current spread right now on Barstool Sportsbook as well is -3 for the Kansas City Chiefs. I like this pick. I like this pick a lot for the Kansas City Chiefs. I like that a lot. I truly do think they're going to win this game. Right? in my opinion, this is what my prediction will be. And y'all can write yours in the comment section down below. But I predict that the Kansas City Chiefs will win this game. It's going to be 42-36. It's all going to come down to turnovers. There's going to be a pick six in one of the quarters that I believe that Tom Brady's going to throw, because, like I said, he's been turning the ball over a lot. If you can convert right away after that turnover, oh, you're in good hands. Once again, being played at Raymond James Stadium Sunday, February 7th, 2021. It's going to be a great matchup. Will this be Tom Brady's last ever game? Probably not. He's going to come back for another year. He's been great all year long. He's basically carried this team on his back the whole year. If you don't have Tom Brady back there as your quarterback, you're not at the Super Bowl right now. And we can all agree that. So, once again, leave it down in the comment section down below what your prediction is for this Super Bowl 55 matchup. And we will see y'all once again on Monday reviewing the Super Bowl, talking all about it, the nitty-gritty details. If you're not able to watch the game or catch up, make sure you stay tuned in. Monday morning, we'll be live with the review of the Super Bowl 55 matchup. Okay, so I'm Wes with the WPT Lifestyle Show. I hope y'all have a very great weekend. Until next time, see y'all later.